Hi friends, I hope you had a fantastic weekend. So for today's video, the first thing that we'll do is sing a song. The second thing that we'll do is read a book. The third thing that we'll do is an activity. And the fourth thing that we'll do is talk about your assignment. So, first thing is the song. We're going to do Two Little Blackbirds. I know you know this song, so make sure you sing it with me. Get your fingers ready. Two little blackbirds sitting on a hill, one named Jack and one named Jill. Fly away, Jack, fly away, Jill. Come back, Jack, come back, Jill. Two little blackbirds sitting on a hill, one named High and one named Low. Fly away, high, fly away, low. Come back, high, come back, low. Two little blackbirds sitting on a hill, one named Fast and one named Slow. Fly away fast, fly away slow. Come back fast, come back slow. Two little blackbirds sitting on a hill, one named Loud and one named Quiet. Fly away loud, fly away quiet. Come back loud, come back quiet. Okay, friends, so what is next? First we did our song. The next thing that we do will be read a book. Here's the book I have for you, 8 Silly Monkeys. Now, as we read this book, I want you to listen for the B sound. B. Do you know what letter makes that sound? It's B. This is how an uppercase B looks like, and this is how a lowercase b looks like. As we read the book, which also starts with B, I want you to see if you can find some words that sound like, that have the first sound as B. Are you ready? 8 Silly Monkeys, illustrated by Steve Haskamp. 8 silly monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." 7 silly monkeys skipping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, "No more monkeys skipping on the bed." Friends, did you notice the B sound? There's B, bed, and there's another one that's coming up. 6 silly monkeys tumbling on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. There it is, bumped. When the monkeys fall off, they bump their head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, "No more monkeys tumbling on the bed." 5 silly monkeys dancing on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, "No more monkeys dancing on the bed." 4 silly monkeys eating on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, "No more monkeys eating on the bed." 3 silly monkeys swinging on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, "No more monkeys swinging on the bed." 2 silly monkeys sliding on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, No more monkeys sliding on the bed. One silly monkey spinning on the bed. He fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys spinning on the bed. But nobody mentioned anything about jumping on the couch. The end. Did you hear that other B word towards the end of the book? But. That was another B word. So there was really only 3 B words in that book. Bed, bumped, and butt. Okay, so now we have our activity. And what it's called is a counting collection. I'll tell you all about it. Ready? I'm back, friends. And this is our counting collection. It's just a collection of items that you can count. So let's see how many things we have in this collection. Ready? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 items in my collection. Let's make the number 8. Circle on top and a circle on the bottom makes it 8. Now I want us to represent each item, either by tracing them or by making tally marks. So, let's see. You know, another thing that you can do is just make circles or dots. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I made 8 dots for 8 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the next thing I want us to do is separate these things into groups. The groups are going to have similar characteristics. So let's think about that. Looking at all of these shapes, what are some of the things that you might notice about them? What about how some of them have the same color? So there's green shapes and there's purple shapes. So we can separate these into 2 groups of green and purple. Let's take a look. How many are in our first group of green shapes? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many are in our second group of purple shapes? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, can you think of another way to separate these into groups? What are some things that you notice about these? What about some of them are big shapes and some of them are small shapes? Do you think that we should separate them into big and small? Let's see. Now we have big shapes and small shapes. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 big shapes. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 small shapes. Now how many do we have in all? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So even though we broke these up into 2 groups of 4 and 4, we still have 8 items all together. Now there's another way. Now you may be able to think of something that I haven't thought of, but there's another thing, another way that I can break these up. Do you see it? I was just thinking that some of these shapes have straight edges, like this square, and like this triangle, they're very straight on the sides, and some of them are curved like this circle. So let's separate these into two groups: the shapes that are straight, that have straight edges, and the shapes that have curved edges. All right, here's the first group, and here's the second group. Group 1, Group 2. How many are in Group 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 items are in Group 1. How many are in Group 2? 1, 2. Only 2 items. But you know what? We still have 8 altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we know that 6 and 2 also make 8. So what I want you to do is go around your house and look for 8 items to make a counting collection. Now I'm going to show you how to do this because it may be a little tricky. We've never done this before. What you'll need is some paper. You'll need something to write with. And then you'll need to go around your house and find 8 things. These are the things that I found. I grabbed some colored pencils, some markers, and some pens. So I'm going to show you how to do this assignment. Are you ready? Okay, so the first thing that we'll do is put our things on the paper, right? We want to represent each item. When I showed you on the dry erase board, we did little dots. This time, I think I'm going to trace them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so once you've traced them, then count your representations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 tracings of my markers and pens and pencils. So now what I'm going to do is separate them. So I'm going to turn my page, go on the back, and I'm going to separate them. So how should I separate these? I can separate them by color. Right? So I have, I have 1, 2, 3 things that are blue, 2 things that are purple, 2 things that are pink, and 1 thing that is green. But does it still equal 8? Yes, it still equals 8. Another way I can separate these is into the different kinds of writing materials that I have. So I have markers, I have pens, and I have colored pencils. So I have 3 markers, 1, 2, 3, 3 pens, 1, 2, 3, and 2 colored pencils, 1, 2. So that's what I want you to do for your assignment. Find 8 things in your house. Then I want you to represent each of them either by making dots, tracing them, or making tally marks, or any other way that you can think of. And then I want you to put them into groups depending on their different features. So by color, by shape, by type of thing. And then I just want you to ask yourself questions. Once I put them into groups, how many were in group 1? How many were in group 2? And if you have a third group, how many were in group 3? And then you'll always realize, even though you put them into different groups, it's always the same number. Okay, friends, that's all I have for you today. Kiss, hug, and a high five if you want it. Have a great day. Bye.